So TikTok is getting banned. Yeah, on January 19th, TikTok is going bye-bye. Unless you've been living under a rock, we all know that TikTok is no longer going to be available in the United States. Somehow, Republicans and Democrats were able to agree on something. So they've been trying to get rid of TikTok for a long time now. It's been brought up on several different occasions. It's been blocked. It's been stopped. They said, oh, we'll think about it later. But over the past couple years, the government has really been putting in a lot of work to ban TikTok. So you might be asking at this point, why would they ban TikTok? So the idea is TikTok has been taking users' data and sending it to China. That is what the US government is alleging. Just want to go ahead and preface this. This is not going to be a political video. This is supposed to be informative in a way. My channel is going to touch all parts of tech, anime, video games, and everything in between. So I just wanted to kind of go ahead and get my first kind of tech video out there. So the US government gets the CEO of TikTok in a room. If you want an example of how old our government is, just take a look at that hearing when they were asking the CEO those horrible questions.
Not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe, a winner, a winner. And here's what I have to say.
Say with 100% certainty that TikTok does not use the phone's camera to determine whether the content that elicits a pupil dilation should be amplified by the algorithm? Can you tell me that?
We do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users. We do not. No, the only face data that you will get, that we collect, is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face. We need to know where your eyes are.
Why do you need to know what the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated?
And that data is stored on your local device and deleted after use if you use it for facial. Again, we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
So yeah, our government's very out of touch. So that had a lot of Gen Z millennials really kind of irate, because it's like, okay, here's another thing that we're being told that we can't have. So yes, there is a lot of brain rot content, but you can really find that anywhere. So I don't really see that as an issue. Personally, I'm a sucker for a LeBron James glazing meme. My beautiful goat, my beautiful king. Thank you for everything that you do. But there are a lot of informative things on TikTok as well. So it's like I can find clips of Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining to me about the universe. I can find those videos of where those scientists track sea creatures at the bottom of the ocean. Like there's just so much to find on this app. And the algorithm of TikTok is 10 times better than any app. Like I can control what pops up on my TikTok a lot better than I can on, say, something like Instagram or Facebook. Like take Hope Core for an example. First and foremost, if you haven't seen a Hope Core video, please go watch one. It personally makes me feel warm and bubbly inside, especially nowadays when I feel like people's mental health is like on an all-time low. Hope Core is a way to feel better about yourself. Or say you're religious and you want to see a lot of Christian-based content or Islamic-based content. TikTok has a lot of different communities for people to come together and share information. Frankly, the community on TikTok is a lot nicer than other communities that I've seen on other social media apps. It's a place that I'm definitely going to miss. So like, I think at this point, it's pretty easy to see that I have a pretty positive bias about TikTok, and I'll own up to that. Pre-pandemic, you wouldn't have caught me on TikTok at all, but there's something switched over. I hopped on the app, and next thing I know, it was the only thing that I ever used. But I would like to go back to the whole security aspect of TikTok. So it would be silly for me to not recognize that this is a, I guess, security issue, or better yet, national security issue with TikTok. But the thing is, I think it's a little hypocritical when you have companies like Meta or Google who have been caught selling our data to companies for their usage, and nothing was done about it for them. And of course, with any situation like this, there of course are people lobbying for TikTok to be shut down. And who benefits the most out of TikTok being shut down? Mr. Zuck himself. So unless you haven't used Instagram before, you probably have seen Instagram Reels. Basically, Instagram Reels is essentially the TikTok, but for all of Meta's services. So TikTok's users have to go somewhere. So that means that there are more active users on Instagram Reels, thus putting more money into Meta's pocket, which then also puts more money into Zuckerberg's pocket. So really, TikTok going down benefits him the most. And I think it is okay to be against the fact that it is a Chinese-owned company. We are the United States, they are China. We all know the history there. So the government does have a reason to be a little scared about TikTok. That is totally fair. But it's the hypocrisy of allowing Meta, Apple, Google, all of these different big tech companies to harvest our data, sell them to advertisers, or sell them to whoever they want to at this point. There's really no regulation on it. And not batting an eye at our own companies doing it while being scared of a foreign nation doing it as well. I mean, like, we should be paying attention to it across the board. I mean, how many data leaks have we seen? How many leaks have we seen where it's like, oh yeah, this big major company had all of your information leaked. I'm sorry. Hey, all of your DNA samples that you sent to 23andMe, yeah, that's out for everybody to see. Like, we need to be more careful about everybody's data across the board. It should be something that we're focused on. So yeah, TikTok is probably not going to be here to stay. More than likely, ByteDance won't sell to an American company. And a lot of users, sadly, a lot of small business owners, a lot of content creators that got their start on this app are going to have to find a new way to market their just business. I would like to say that this is a tough position for everybody that's involved to be in. Of course, like the US government is going to have to try to defend its citizens against Chinese propaganda. But also, I mean, there's propaganda from both sides. So it's just kind of like, it's a very confusing and a very stressful situation. Some users have even said, screw it, I'm going to go to a Chinese as fuck app called Rednote. There's nothing but Mandarin on that website / app. And they are integrating and mingling with Chinese citizens on the app. I mean, I've seen people come back on TikTok and speak straight up Mandarin that they were taught on the other app. My generation is so unserious. But at the end of the day, I think it's pretty much goodbye. It's goodbye for TikTok. And people will have to find something else. And, you know, it's not the first time something like this has happened. Vine was a thing that was here and then was gone the next day. And of course, the world will continue to spin and people will move on. But TikTok will be surely missed. It is an amazing app, to say the least. And I hope that, you know, the communities that were built on TikTok will be able to find a place on other sites. So yeah, that's the end of the video. This is a different format. Once again, it's just yapping with me, yapping and listening to me ramble about stuff that I find interesting. I hope you found this video interesting. I do have a similar video about web fishing, a little bit more scripted than this one. And I do have reviews on this channel. But please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And thank you. See you next time.